Hey folks, I wanted to talk to you really quickly about an experience that I just had. Um, I was talking with Nibs from Walnut and Steel, which, by the way, if you haven't checked out his channel, you really need to. The guy's knowledgeable, has a lot of guns, has really good reviews. So anyway, he recently bought the Crossman Icon, and I have an Icon too. Well, I think I had probably one of the first reviews on it, if you can call my stuff reviews. Um, Anyway, so I was talking to him about his magazine. I said, "Man, are you having trouble with your magazine? Because with mine, it doesn't feed smoothly, and I literally almost have to slap the bolt with the heel of my hand, like you're using some old World War II Mauser, right?" And he said, "No, his seems to cycle smoothly, and I have had mine cycle smoothly with slugs. And last weekend I went out to go shoot with some slugs, but I also had these." Rounds sitting around for a long time. H&N Rabbit Magnum 2, which that's that bad boy right there. It looks a little weird because I'll tell you in a second. And so I had about 1,000 psi in the gun, and I tried to put it into the bolt. I tried to put it into the chamber, and same thing. I had to slap the bolt, kind of push it pretty hard to get it in. And it's like, okay, this is a little bit weird. Um, and then I shot it, and it sounded normal. Didn't hear anything sounded underpowered, but I couldn't see. Actually, I wasn't even aiming at the target at that point. So then I put a round in, and I pull the trigger, and it sounds normal, but no impact on the target. And I was like, that's weird. I'm using one of those like 100-yard targets where you can kind of see for adjusting scopes. I should have been on the damn target. And so I said, but, who knows what happened. So I cycled another one, right? And then on the third round, I hear just the hammer hit, but no report, no blast of air. I just hear a slow leak coming out of the barrel, which is basically where the bolt probe goes in and the O-ring seals it. So I'd pressurize the barrel and then it would slowly leak out. And I shot it again. I said, "Oh shit, I don't know, man. Am I try?" And I didn't put around it. I just tried to maybe. I knew I had something lodged at that point, so I tried again to shoot it, and I got that same sound. I said, I don't like this. I don't know what I'm doing. If I'm like damaging seals, or I'm not going to keep cycling it and trying to drive these things down the barrel. And so shit, right? What do you do? So I googled it. What do people do? Typically they get a one piece cleaning rod and they try to dislodge it. And so that's what I did. And obviously I was successful because you're seeing the 3 pellets here. But so The reason it looks a little funny is because the cleaning rod bit into the end. This is the first round I shot. It was an H&N Rabbit Magnum 2. Made it about 8 inches down the barrel. And then I shot this one. These are hollow points. Can you see it? Focus, baby. But the hollow point closes up when they hit each other. Fairly well deformed, right? And then this is the last one that I shot. That bad boy there. Again, the hollow point has a tendency to close up when they hit each other. But I just wanted to admit, I'm no rookie with PCPs. Um, but it's not that hard to put a few in the barrel, and this might happen to you. So don't despair. You can get them out. You got to get a single piece cleaning rod, and I shoved one. I used mine, and one came out pretty easily. The last pellet that went in, I guess I pushed them all down, but then they seemed kind of sticky, and I was having a hard time. So I had to tap it lightly with a rubber mallet, which is why the H&N has that groove in the front. Is that's my cleaning rod biting into the round. So wanted to share. It's not that hard to do. Be careful when you're using magazines and cycling, especially if you're unfamiliar with them. But don't despair. You can get the things out. I was just watching basically other videos on people that had done the same thing, and one guy said he'd filled up, seen an FX barrel that was completely filled up, that they ended up having to buy a new barrel because when they're really dislodged or really lodged, you have to take the barrel off and then heat the thing up with a torch and then shove them out. But they found it was easier to actually buy a whole new barrel. So if something's wrong, don't keep firing it. If you got a weird sound, don't keep firing it. See what's going on with your piece. That's just my piece of advice, but I wanted to let everybody know that it can happen to somebody who kind of knows what they're doing. Who I feel like I sort of know what I'm doing. I'm not a dead rookie. So anyway, careful with those magazines. Listen to your gun and follow your instincts. Don't despair if you get some stuff lodged in there. It can be dislodged.